So you've been working really hard on something that you love. And you've been tempted to cut this out for some reason, start new. And there needs to be a balance in life, a balance in your energy, maybe your approach to this. Spirit is not wanting you to totally throw in the towel yet. There's going to be a moment of truth, a moment of clarity. There's going to become a decision. It's going to come and it's going to affect you and it's going to help you. So seeds of, it's going to be someone's going to be patient with you, and it's going to make you very it's going to bring up all these emotions again. But then there's going to be a deciding point where you have to balance your energy, and Spirit really wants you to not give up, because there's going to be celebration in your new future. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be able to celebrate, and you're going to be able to feel like you can actually you've been wanting to cut this out because it's been taking so much of your energy. Okay. And so whatever you've been working on really, really hard for a really long time that you really love, your temptation to just cut it out is because you're like suffering from exhaustion. And so Spirit really wants you to take a more balanced approach, and look at it as an opportunity to anchor yourself in a balanced energy. So take time to give yourself love and stop deceiving yourself that you're not capable of doing this, because you cannot give up right now. I know you are so tempted to, because you are so tired and you're so exhausted, and it seems like just cutting the cord and starting fresh would be the answer. But however, that's not the answer. Okay, somebody's going to come in who's really patient and help you see that these seeds that you have sown are actually growing, and that you can still hold on to this hope and this dream, and that your inspiration for this isn't dead and gone. I think, when we're faced with such a reality that everything that we've worked so hard for could just be gone and dead and over in the meantime, that it could really exhaust us, because it seems like all that energy built up over all those years and that none of it mattered. It's like if a shepherd had a bunch of sheep for years and years and years, and had developed these deep relationships with these sheep, and then the sheep are also his livelihood, and then all of a sudden, this is the vision I'm getting. Okay, so all of a sudden this shepherd loses all his sheep that he had all of these relationships with, that was his livelihood, and he has like zero money. He has no sheep to sell, he has no sheep to eat, he has no sheep to shear, and he lost these sheep that he had like a really deep relationship with. And Spirit wants you to remain hopeful, because on the horizon is these cute little sheep that survived. Okay, and somehow those little sheep are going to not only give you hope, those are the sheep that were the most the ones that got away, right? The ones who were able to be sly enough to get away from the sly fox, right? And so Spirit wants you to realize that you're going to be able to overcome this. You're going to be able to congratulate yourself for everything, and not to give up, Do not start over. Do not start afresh yet. Okay, what you just need to do instead is to balance your energy. Okay, and so let's get another set of cards. I hope everyone is doing so well today. Okay. All right, let's see here. What is some advice? Okay. So definitely start, taking care of your body, like drink some water, but also perhaps like turn on some music and dance or sing. Maybe even go out in nature, go camping or go to the lake, go on a hike, get some sunshine on your face. These little things are gonna just kind of give you a bit of a balanced approach to life in general, just because to maintain that level of just like self-care, just that minimum level, because that's not that much, just drinking water and getting fresh air and dancing a little bit. But for some reason, we forget to do that. And once you start taking care, that's going to open up the door to be able to, kind of balance your heart, balance your mind, balance your spirit. Your vibration is out of whack right now. And so those are all interwoven together. And so, you really could also sit down and journal for some of you. Light some candles, get the ambiance. Like I said before, I think that was the last spread actually, that cleanse your space, go out in the garden, go outside, spend some time listening to music and dancing and setting the vibration, and make sure that you are paying attention to what you consume as far as like on the screen and drugs and alcohol, and because those can really put the whole damper, like that's just, it's setting your whole vibration down the wrong road. And so you need to release those toxic behaviors if you have them. But then once you're able to, realign with enough water and sunshine and vitamins, we really need to try to avoid as much processed food as we can these days, not just for our benefit, but for the benefit of everybody else, because the whole environment is suffering because of these processed things that we're processing. And so the more we can stick to holistic ingredients in our life, whole people, good people, everything, everything you consume the people around you, you consume their energy. So if you're in a tight quarters with somebody whose energy is all out of whack, your energy is going to get all out of whack. It sucks because, yeah, sometimes we can't choose the people we work with, and we're like sitting right next to somebody who's sweating out some nastiness. You know what I'm saying? We're all interwoven, we're all connected, and their vibration affects our vibration. Same thing though, if we're working on ourselves and we're going out there, we're helping cleansing it up a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? And so we create this like halo space around us if we are really deeply spiritually interwoven. However, the resonance as far as that goes is you have to be able to protect yourself, and you have to ask for protection, because when you start cleansing your aura, you start cleansing your light, you start cleansing your body, that stuff is the mirror attraction for those types of energies. And those energies can come at you in all sorts of ways. So yeah, anyways, I hope that was, does anyone have a question before I get off? I still have a little bit of tarot energy left in me. I could read another deck. Okay. 2-2. Balance. It's all about balance, but this one's about taking a balanced approach to where you're headed. I think that's what I was just talking about. Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. And the Empress and the Queen. Yeah, our vibration can affect our abundance too. Like, it's crazy. So our our thoughts affect our beliefs, which affect our reality, which affect our vibration, and it's all affected. It's all interwoven, right? And we can act like we have. Okay, so what I tell my children, because the majority of even like low income houses in America, you know, if you have a house over your head, this is what I tell. If you have a house over your head and you're fed every day, you know, and you're warm when it's cool outside, or you're cool when it's hot outside, then you have you have a lot more than so like 75% of the world, you know. So we just got to be thankful, and starting with that thankful gratitude energy is so much. People don't understand that vibration alone can change your whole reality. Just being thankful for what you have and looking around and saying, oh my God, I'm so thankful for this dog I have. So thankful for the fact that I can afford this, or that the fact that I have a car, or the fact that I have a job, or the fact that I have a husband or a wife or children. Children are a joy, even when they're a pain in the butt, I'll tell you, okay? Because they're there to help us learn, are there to help us grow, okay? And so many people have toxic parents. Those toxic parents are people that refuse to grow through their children. Their children were given to them by the divine individually. This is why children are so different, even when they have the same parents, because these were given to the parents to learn the lesson. And and sometimes it takes, you know, parents don't learn through their children, right? But that's what they're there for, is to help you, guide you through understanding humanity, understanding parts of growing, learning how we can become more patient with each other, learning how we can grow as humans, because we all can grow, okay? Not a single one of us can't grow. We all have things that we can work upon. And if we are all working upon ourselves, I really think if we all just started working upon ourselves and not trying to pinpoint what other people have wrong, because so many people are like, oh my God, they have this wrong, they have that wrong, they have this wrong, but they're not talking about themselves. Like, if we turn that around onto ourselves and start looking at what we can do to make our vibration clearer, our wavelength better, that would affect, if everyone was doing that, our whole environment, our whole world would really elevate. And so that's what Spirit's really saying here, is like, it's not about anything else but how you express yourself and how you feel, okay? Because your feelings are vibrations, and so love is literally how we can vibrate out of suffrage, because like love is like the opposite end of suffrage, right? And so in order to sit in like abundance and in reality and sit comfortably with what we have to be grateful for it, right? And so that is the first step, is to be thankful for what you have. Sometimes, you know, you can write a list of what you're thankful for. That's how I started a long time ago, like 10 years ago. I used to write every day. I would write at least three things. And I was recovering. I was recovering from like 3 really bad years in my life. And that was like the first step I took, was, you know, but it's those little things that will get us to a better place in life, personally and in a community. So anyways, I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope that found the right people. I'm really hoping it rains here. I feel like I have room, like energy for one more, but let's see. All right, I guess I have energy for a little one. My voice starts like running out. It's like I'm a steam engine. I literally run out of steam when I read tarot. Okay. Ooh. Okay, somebody is watching. That is good. Somebody's not my, their eye on me or you, baby. Okay, we are a star. You're a star. Okay. So, Spirit wants you to know that you are a star and that you're going to be successful, okay? And that somebody has their eye on you. And your ships are going to come sailing in, baby, because you have worked hard to become true to who you are. And you have really started like speaking the truth of who you are. And so your loyalty to yourself, to your authenticity, has sparked this like bonfire within you, like that you have drawn the attention of these people. And so there's this incentive from Spirit to just keep on keeping on, keep being yourself, keeping true to your heart, and let your heart guide you into new beginnings every day. Okay, so that's my little one. All right, I'm gonna leave now, so I will hop back on soon, my beautiful souls. And please know that if you send, like when I'm on here live, if you put a little question in there and you want me to read a tarot, right now I have like not, I have enough, just the right amount of people that I can do that. Okay, so things are always subject to change because life is changing all the time. All right, I love you. Have a great day.